Hello everybody, this is Cam again. So as a last video of this series, we're going to go through a number of resources for where you can find data, where you can find coding information. So we're going to start at the Esri GitHub page, so esri.github.io, and this is really a great way to find coding examples. So you can see there are very many libraries and files we can sort through here. What we want to do is filter these. So we can click in our search right here. I want to look for JavaScript resources. And now we filter these down to only JavaScript. So I'm going to select one of these, the Esri Leaflet library. I have some familiarity with this. So Esri Leaflet is an extension onto Leaflet. And Leaflet is an open source mapping library. And what Esri Leaflet does is it allows you to use Esri feature services and base maps in Leaflet. And this is actually very beneficial because Leaflet is very lightweight and you can use it, and it's actually great for mobile devices. And it is an alternative to the JavaScript API, but the JavaScript API is much more fully featured and there's a lot more functionality available. It's just that Leaflet is lighter, so you can use it on a mobile device, and sometimes that's better for the job. It really depends on what you want to do with your app. But as you can see, all the code is here, so we can go through this and we can use this library in our own projects. And there's a ton of other projects on the Esri GitHub page. So speaking of GitHub pages, I'm going to show you the Centers of Excellence GitHub page. So here is the Esri Canada Centers of Excellence GitHub page. And there are only a few resources on here right now, but we hope to expand on these in the near future. So you can see there is an iOS campus routing example. There is also Reactor, which is a project that Michael and I worked on for the Esri Canada App Challenge internally. Lastly, there is the ECCE App Challenge page. So let's go there, and you can see that there are instructions on how you should upload your entry for the App Challenge. And you should go through these carefully and make sure that you understand them. And if you do have any questions, feel free to email me as is suggested here. And we're going to show you one more resource, and this is the ECCE website that will soon be available to you. Right now it's in a prototype phase, but we hope to release this in the very near future. So we've collected a number of programming resources, and there's not quite as many as the Esri GitHub page, but we will continue to add to this collection. So you can see there's developers. You can sort by tag. So if we want to look at JavaScript resources, there we go. If we want to look at web mapping resources, it's very simple, and we hope that these will work for you because they're catered specifically for the Centers of Excellence. So now that we have these resources for our coding, what we need is data to power our apps. So let's go to the App Challenge page. And if we scroll down to the bottom, what we can see is a number of different data sources where we can collect open data. And we've brought all these together so you don't have to do as much looking, but feel free to scour the internet for whatever Canadian open data you can find. So for example, let's go to the DataBC webpage. And DataBC is a great source of open data. So I'm going to search for current fire locations. And I'm going to click this and go click the IMAP feature. So what we can do is we can view this information in a map. And this map is powered by the ArcGIS JS API. I'm going to change the base map so you can more clearly see what's on the map. And these are all locations of current fires. So we can see what the color means by opening our legend. So we see there's active fires, new fires, and not active fires. Say you want to add another layer to this map. We can click this wrench icon over here, click the Data Sources tab, click Add Layers, and now search for what we want to add. So I want something else that is related to fire. So I can scroll down and I can see, let's add the fire centers color themed to the map. Click OK. Give it a second to load, and soon you will see that these are fire centers across the province of BC. So we can see what each one of these colors is coded for. So Caribou Fire Center, Coastal Fire Center. So now we can see which fire center is overlapping the current fires in British Columbia. So that's just one example of the data sources we've provided you. Feel free to go through all of them and find which data works for you the best in your project. So that's all I have to say today. We're very happy that you're participating in the Esri Centers of Excellence App Challenge, and we look forward to seeing what you come up with and the great ideas you have. Thanks a lot, and happy hacking.